Hey, what's going on, everybody? Greg here. I want to talk about the movie Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. This film came out late 2016, and it was directed by Gareth Edwards. Rogue One stars Felicity Jones as Jyn Erso, Diego Luna as Cassian Andor, Alan Tudyk, sorry if I say that wrong, he plays K2SO, the robot, Donnie Yen, or the Ip Man, as some people may say, who plays Chirrut Imwe, if I think that's how you pronounce that. Forrest Whitaker as Saw Gerrera, and Riz Ahmed, who plays Bodhi Rook. This is an interesting film. It's interesting in the sense that it is a Star Wars movie. But not just any Star Wars movie. It's a Star Wars story. But this movie is about the rebels trying to get the plans to the Death Star because there's some sort of secret weakening that's inside of the Death Star, and there are certain plans that need to get to good hands. This is a very good movie. I would say I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I had some problems. One of my problems that I had with the movie, and this is going to be spoiler-free, even though everybody should already know the ending, right? But I thought this was a really good movie. I enjoyed it quite a bit. There were some things that I had wrong with it. By the way, this is going to be a spoiler-free review, but I had some problems with the movie in itself. I really, really enjoyed the fact that this was basically a Star Wars war movie, as you may say. It reminds me of Saving Private Ryan, Star Wars edition, if you may. But there were some problems with it that I felt. There was a certain thing in the beginning, how the movie opened wasn't exactly the way I thought it was going to open, and some people really respected it and enjoyed it. As for me, there was things that were missing that made it somewhat of a Star Wars movie, and it kind of bothered me a little bit, kind of threw off the feeling that I wanted to have with it. Also, Forrest Whitaker's character. I didn't really enjoy his performance in the movie. I actually believe that he was a little bit unneeded. But let's talk about Felicity Jones, who plays Jyn Erso. Her character was actually very likable. She was a very tough woman, and I appreciated that. And I also thought that she kicked some serious butt. Another character that I really, really appreciated was K2SO. He's an Imperial droid that was reprogrammed for the Rebels, and he was good. How come I don't get a blaster? There's a 90% chance that she'll kill you. Sorry if I got those wrong, but I really, really enjoyed his story. I enjoyed who he was as a robot. He was my favorite droid that's ever been in a movie besides BB-8. Shout out to BB-8. But he was a really good character. I liked him a lot. I wasn't too fond of Diego Luna's character, Cassian Andor. He didn't have the look that I wanted from a Star Wars character. He just looked really normal, and he had some sort of like a French accent, which nothing's wrong with a French accent, but for me, it wasn't exactly what I was looking for in a Star Wars hero or in a Star Wars main character. But there were some certain scenes where I really respected him as a character. There were a lot of scenes where I was like, eh. But overall, he was an okay character. He just wasn't one of my favorites. My favorite characters were Jyn Erso and Donnie Yen's character. Donnie Yen's character, man, that dude was awesome. He kicked some butt. I really liked him a lot. I thought he was good. He has this certain quip with the Force where I'm not going to give it away, but he says something like, and I'm not going to give that away, but he says some really interesting stuff about the Force being near him or with him. And if you see the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. It was really good, that guy. But overall, I thought the movie was good. I thought it was good for a Star Wars story, and I'm looking forward to what future Star Wars movies we have to come. And I will say the end of this movie is amazing. I'm not going to give anything away. Spoiler free, remember that. But stick around to the end of the movie, and there's one final scene, and it involves a character that we come to love, and it is amazing. So I really hope that you guys appreciate that scene just as much as I appreciated that scene. I would rate Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, probably a 4 out of 5 stars. I think it was a very, very good movie. There were a few things, personally, that I felt that were missing from it, but overall, I really enjoyed it. Glad I got to see it, and I left the theater very happy. So that's it. That wraps up Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. Thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. If you could go down below and subscribe and hit the little bell for notifications of my new videos, I would really appreciate that. Also, hit the share button. Share it with your friends. That would be pretty cool too. Also, if you like movies the way I like movies, then please head over to your podcast app and search Movie Man, one word. That is my movie podcast that I host. You can find that on iTunes, Google Play, and other platforms. Once again, thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. Please go subscribe. And when you go home today, remember to watch a movie, man.